its shades of resilience. And today I want to share a powerful story and some valuable lessons that I learned the hard way. In this video, we're going to talk about the workplace trap that can cost you dearly, especially if you identify as exotical, biracial, light skin, black woman, monoracial. So let's dive in. So picture this. I was at work doing my thing when rumors started swirling around about me. People were spreading lies and misconceptions, and it quickly became a toxic environment. It's a scenario that many of us have faced, and it can be incredibly damaging. But then I want you to picture this as well. You walk into your office radiating confidence with your lighter complexion or even striking features. You definitely stand out from the crowd, especially if you are in a mostly African American environment or even a predominantly all white environment. You may kind of stand out, right? And that can be a double-edged sword. So on one hand, it's amazing to brace your individuality and be proud of your appearance. But then on the other hand, it's crucial to be aware of the downsides that come with your looks and skin tone. Being different can sometimes attract envy and malicious behavior from others, especially if you have what we call the pretty girl club, like Exoticals United like to say, or pretty privilege. The envy it can generate and how it can make you a target. Unfortunately, not everyone knows how to handle diversity with grace and acceptance, even when you're a light-skinned black monoracial person. Yep, I said it. That's why it's important to be prepared and know how to navigate these situations. So, fear not, it's your girl Shades of Resilience here. I'm going to share my actual personal story about how I overcame it and what happened to me in corporate America as a exotical. So it was a journey filled with ups and downs, but I never let anything hold me back. So right after training, I found myself targeted by some individuals who seemed determined to see me fail. They instantly were intimidated by me, and I faced challenges that tested my resilience and strength. One particular incident involved a colleague who constantly tried to undermine me and even spread false accusations about my work performance, as well as lies about me not liking my superior. It was a tough situation to navigate, but I didn't let it discourage me. Instead, I focused on proving myself through hard work and dedication. I dressed nicely, brought positivity to the workplace, even shared some donuts with my colleagues. I refused to let the negativity of others define my worth or hinder my progress. Despite the obstacles, I persevered and continued to excel. Fast forward to today, I am proud to say that I am now in the top 20% of my company receiving top performance awards. It wasn't an easy road, but I never let the opinions of others discourage me from reaching my goals. So, what's the key to overcoming these challenges when you find out that someone is sabotaging you? So they're hurting your work relationships. You notice your superior energy is different with you all of a sudden, and you haven't really done anything. So here's the first lesson that is very important as an exotical. You need to know. You need to know the importance of boundaries, because there's so many people that are going to be attracted to you, um, especially if you have like unique features. So every people often are drawn to you, of course, and so especially if you're a bubbly person and kind-hearted, so naturally people are going to be drawn to you. They want to socialize with you, but you have to remember your beauty, your confidence, and all of that strikes a lot of envy. And it's important to know boundaries, because I come to tell you a little bit of personal information about yourself on a job, just a little bit of even disagreement you may have about like a superior that may be even very small, like you maybe didn't agree with the feedback all the way. You'll be surprised at how many people will smile in your face. You'll think they are like your real friends, like, and they will be the main ones backstabbing you in the back and smile with you and have coffee as if it's nothing. So it's crucial to set clear boundaries with colleagues and maintain a professional relationship. By doing so, you protect yourself from unnecessary drama and misunderstandings. Another lesson is the power of documentation. Keep a record of your interactions, conversations, and any incidents that occur. This documentation can be your lifeline when it comes to defending yourself and ensuring that the truth prevails. Overcoming the situation. Now, let's talk about how to overcome this kind of workplace challenge when your back is against the wall and some really shady people have done you in, thrown you under the bus, backstab you. They're coming for your character, your reputation, your reputation. First and foremost, open communication is key. Address the issue directly with the person involved and try to resolve any misunderstandings or conflicts. So that means if you notice your boss energy is completely different with you in 1 week. Now, it could just very be that your boss is having a bad day, because we all have bad days. But it also could be that you talked to Shelly and y'all both talked about your performance review. And now Sally has evil motivations to promote. So she takes that as an opportunity to backstab you, Exotical. But while Sally doesn't tell the boss what she said about the boss, oh no, they'll take just a little bit of thing. You could have said, I love my boss, but I just feel like, I didn't agree with this. Didn't seem like it was completely fair. Oh, I overheard that Rachel thinks that you are targeting her. And, I don't know why. Maybe you should talk to her. And then now you're wondering the next week why your boss is like being a complete a-hole to you and just like not really speaking or feeling a little weird. Yeah. That's what I mean. When you notice people's energy change with you, their behavior change with you, you want to direct it at the source, not with the person who already gossiped to them, but you want to go to the source. One way you could approach it is by open communication. Say, hey, how are you doing? and tell that to your superior. And is there anything wrong? I notice you've not quite yourself lately. I just want to make sure you're okay. Oh, I just have so much things, going on. That's what your boss, just a little busy, trying to get you guys things together. Okay. Well, I just want to say, if there's anything I can do to help, I most certainly would love to. And is me and your relationship okay? Because just seem like we haven't really spoken to each other much like how we normally do. Is there anything wrong? And boom, that allows your leader to open up and to talk with you candidly. And it is the leader's job too to address issues with you. So if that leader is just listening to gossip and don't know if it's true or not, then that's a terrible leader. Okay, you probably just want to run all together from the work environment. But 9 times out of 10, if they're a good leader, they will come and tell you and give you a hint of what was said without breaking the other person's confidentiality, so they can get down to the root cause of the confusion and what's going on, to actually make things right. And so that is very key and important. Additionally, you want to surround yourself with a support system. You want to seek guidance from trusted colleagues and mentors. Now, when I say trusted colleagues, I mean that with a long handle spoon, okay? Because colleagues are not always to be trusted, especially those that are in that promotional stage where they're trying to promote. And if you work in a large corporate environment, oftentimes they do try to throw people under the bus to get ahead. So colleagues is not always the most reliable source. Now, some colleagues that may be in a different department could be a good ally, but you definitely want to be very cautious with sharing information, even with trusted colleagues, okay? Because if that relationship gets twisted, you want to make sure you can deal with anything that person says about work. You want to be able to handle any repercussion that may happen with something you disclose. So that is extremely important. Y'all young exoticals, stop texting people. Stop bad-mouthing your boss and co-workers to other co-workers. All that stuff, believe it or not. You can go to the concert with the girl. You can go pay their rent for them 1 month, and that person could backstab you the very next day or the very next week. And this is true. I've seen it. I've had a lot of different work experience, and I've seen it. I've seen how dark and evil people can be when it comes to money motivation. That's why the Bible says money is the root to all evil. So be very cautious with the so-called trusted colleagues. And you can talk to HR, but HR is more concerned about keeping the job from having a lawsuit. They can still give you insight and good advice on how to handle a situation, but again, they are more concerned for the actual company not getting locked up. So one of the things, if you really are, your back is against the wall and you're not prepared financially to lose a job, I would recommend actually contacting a employment lawyer. contacting the labor board. And there's different things you can do to file a complaint. So that, and keep documentation so that if something does happen, you not only have legal documentation and evidence to make sure truth prevails. See, documentation can help you help save your job at work, and it can help you sue your job if you get wrongfully terminated. Most states have at-will employment, meaning they can fire you at any time they want to, but they can't wrongfully terminate you. If they wrongfully terminate you and you got proof and you've been documenting time, dates, who, what, witnesses, keeping a track of emails and different things, and you can prove you were in a hostile situation, somebody gotta settle. It also depends on the judge, though, in your area. You know, some judges may be more inclined to support employees. Some judges may be more inclined to support an employer. And some people, while you may find a job before you can, a new job before you can sue the previous employer, it's still worth doing that if, depending on how serious the targeting was. Because you could get up to like 100K sometimes or more for wrongful termination. So, and a lot of people don't know this too. You have up to 3 years, I believe, to still pursue wrongful termination after you have left that job. That's another thing people don't know. So that old employer lost some information about you, but you still got all the documentation and emails, honey. Settlement is all I can say. Okay? So, what I want you to remember, my friends, you have the power to protect yourself and navigate the workplace with confidence by setting boundaries, documenting incidents, and seeking support. You can overcome any situation that comes your way. And of course, tuning into Shades of Resilience spiritual sessions and learning from those videos on how to protect yourself spiritually from a Christian and ancestral perspective. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe learned something from me. Stay tuned, beautiful, resilient soldiers. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share the video with like-minded individuals, and be blessed. Stay tuned for new videos coming soon.